Good morning. It is 8 o'clock on Saturday morning and it is a balmy, feels like minus 20 out. It's pretty chilly. I'm just making my way over to Mew Lake to set up the new hot tent. I'm super excited to see how it looks and to test it out, and I cannot wait. So I'm on my way.
I love Algonquin when it's like this. There hasn't been one person on the 60 my whole way in. It's so nice.
Well, I just arrived to Mew Lake and I stopped in to see my friend Janice, who has so kindly agreed to film my video for me this morning. Hi.
Hi.
You look lovely.
Oh, thank you.
Did you have a good night?
I did. I learned a few things about managing a stove in the middle of the night. I burned a few holes in some things.
Oh, geez.
We were warm, and it's nice and cozy in here now.
Good. All right, well, I'm coming in to check it out, and then I'm going to go set up my tent. All right, I am on a beautiful campsite in Algonquin Park at Mew Lake. I'm going to set up the tent here, I believe, in this nice spot. It's hard in the winter because you can't see if it's flat or not. Could also put it here. Just trying to think what the best backdrop would be. I think this way would be really pretty. All right, I'm super excited. This is the first setup in the snow, outside camping of the hot tent. I'm like super stoked. You guys stoked? Yeah? Yeah? Janice is here, and she is filming for me, and I'm greatly appreciative. And Gemma is here, and she's being super quiet so that I can film. And I just lost the band cap. We might need this part. All right, here we go. Wish me luck. All right, so you can see a close-up there of the connector. These are the telescopic poles. I've got the 3/4 inch pole that goes into the 7/8 inch pole. I put the little inserts here. Ridge pole, middle connector my friends over at JSW made me. Thanks, guys. And then the end connector. All right, so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the canvas over top of this to make it all tight. And then I'm just going to twist these and open them up to 10 feet. And that's it. Setup is done. I managed to fit it in this. Not sure how. Weighs 25 pounds according to my weight measurement, or my weigh-in last night. I don't know if I'm gonna get it out of the bin. Probably won't get it back in the bin tomorrow, but we'll see. Again, very first time setting this up, so might be a little bit awkward. Alright, I think I'm gonna go inside first. Maybe? Perfect. So last night I added these little strips of Velcro to attach the pole to the canvas. I thought they were going to be too small, but they're actually perfect. I have them down the side poles here. Get it open. This will help keep the frame together and keep the poles in place, I guess, and keep the canvas from blowing off. I didn't make any stakes, so I'm not sure how that's gonna work. I don't think it would blow away. It's pretty heavy. One more here. Come on, buddy. I saw a white snowshoe hare. White snow. Obviously, it's white. I saw a snowshoe hare running up the highway. I thought it was a cat at first, running up the highway on the way here. And then he turned, he switched lanes so I could go past, and I was like, oh, it's a snowshoe hare. So cute. This needs to be shortened just a little bit. I really love these. I took them out of my gazebo that broke down. The windstorm took it last year, and I managed to keep it up all year, but it's done. So anybody has a nice screen and gazebo they're looking to get rid of? Shameless plug. Okay, I gotta shorten this just a little bit. Fits better. What I'm basically trying to do is line up this corner with the poles. See? So they all fit in. Get the seams lined up with the poles. I know they won't be perfect, but hopefully they're pretty close. All right, back to Janice. This is gonna maybe be a little sloppy because I have to do this one at a time by myself. So it's gonna be a little awkward, but hopefully it works. Yeah. Up she goes. Maybe I'll do it halfway and then go back because I don't want it to. Oh, guess I should have put those on after. My mark. There we go. That's the full height on one side. That's the full 10 feet right there. And I can go bigger actually, but let's see. I missed this one and now I can't reach it, so oh well. I had to take these out because the connectors went past them. Okay, how's it looking? Getting big?
Oh yeah.
It's on the, there we go, got it. I can get it off the tip. So all these poles have been marked at 10 feet. So I can just pull it out, look for the Sharpie line, and set it. If I need to adjust it after, I can, but at least this way, I know. There it is. This pole is really wonky here. Oh, it's probably because the front isn't done. All right, you gotta come in here. Don't worry, it won't fall on your head. There's a way in that back corner. Again. Open the tent. Stuck in there. Velcro likes gloves too. Sure does. Okay, might as well just take that off now, because I know. Oh, that was easy. Okay. What do you think, Janice?
That's an awesome size. It is massive.
Yeah, it's pretty big. I think it's a little too big, but with the poles, I could only make it like so many.
But it's still so light.
I only had so many options, right?
Yeah, and it's still light at this size.
So I've never closed the zipper. I don't even know if it's gonna be too tight, but hopefully it closes. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a hot tent. Alright, I got everything adjusted and set up, and I think it's pretty good. I'm going to put a couple more of those Velcro loops inside, like on the bottom here, just to pull down, I think. And I might put a couple of grommets in the green plastic coated canvas just to like stake it down in case it's a windy day. But otherwise, I think it's pretty good. I don't think there's much I have to do at all. So I'm going to continue with my setup. So exciting. Here's a view of the inside before it's filled up with stuff. I got a lot of stuff in here to put in here too. Just put the wood down for the stove. So, all right, I'm gonna get to work. All right, I just had a little break there. I just talked to Harvey. He just came by for a visit and saw me and came over. So just confirmed that I will be at Winter in the Wild this year, demoing my tent. I will not be on the same site as I normally am, which is 17, because with the new reservation system, there was a little bit of a mix-up, and I'm probably going to be on a different site, but I will announce that so you guys know where it is in case you're coming by for the event, so you can come check it out in person. So that's pretty cool. So I just put the stove in, and as I was putting in the pipe, I realized that I forgot my supports. I have 2 aluminum poles that I put out here for the stove pipe to kind of give it some support. Now it is actually pretty strong, so I can probably just add one more piece to it, just in case it drips, so that it drips on the snow. It doesn't drip down all over the tent. So I will I'll figure something out, but for this one night, I'm sure it'll be fine. So not a big deal. Alright, got a little fire going in the stove there to start warming things up, and I'm going to start putting in the puzzle pieces and get the floor down. I'm so excited! I've never had a floor before in my tent, so kind of cool. Alright, I'm done the floor. Alright, there's the first one. That was easy. I don't know, there's like something like 6, 4, 8, 12, 24 squares, something like that. I don't know if I'm going to use them all though, but Okay, so this is another corner. So should I just put it in the corner because it's already a corner? I don't know. I think I just have to take the sides off, right?
Yeah.
Then I have to use the same ones every time for that spot. Maybe I should attach it like in the air. How about here? They're really snug. I didn't expect that. So I got these at Canadian Tire. They were on sale for $13.99. They're regular $19.99. And a package that says 4x4. And I thought stupidly for some reason that that meant that these were 4x4, which I obviously know they're not because I mean look at them. I've been measuring stuff for weeks and I should know that that's not, but for some reason I was really tired, my brain didn't calculate. Hey, what's happened with this? Do I have to take part of it off? Do I have to break it or rip it? It's easier if you put them together here, I guess. But what do I do with this piece? Do I just break it or cut it?
I guess they're made to be set up as 4x4 square areas.
It's okay, I got a knife. Yeah, 4x4 areas, so I don't know. I was very dumb, so then I calculated and I was like, oh, I don't need 2 packages like I bought. I need like 6 of them. Dope.
Or don't use the borders at all.
I like it. I think it looks clean. Oh, I cut it too big. Oh well. Okay, I got 3 of them. This is time consuming. How long do you think it took me to put up the tent?
15 minutes or less.
How many?
15 minutes or less, I think.
No, it wasn't very long, but I mean, it was the first time. And I had that wonky pole situation, which I didn't have before. But, oh well. I think this is a lot of work. I don't know if I want to bother with doing this all the time. I guess if you're staying longer, it's easier. Better. I have an idea. I've got an idea. Hey,
Hi.
we're here in the hot tent. Just finished setting up the floor.
It's pretty cozy.
Looks nice. It's warm. Are you warm?
I'm very warm.
It's actually really warm in here. I'm surprised. I wasn't sure. I mean, this tent is, I don't know, 3 or 4 times bigger than the other one. You've seen the other one. And I was worried it wasn't going to keep the heat, but
No,
okay,
it's
warm.
definitely warm in here.
So I'm hanging out with Janice. Janice just did all my filming for me. Those videos you just watched of me setting up the tent. Thank you so much. And we're having a little beverage. Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you.
Well, I guess I should finish setting up. Don't really have to. I can look outside. There's trees out there. Can you see out the window?
See the birds.
I'm going to need to take off a bunch of clothes because I'm getting really hot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I'm leaving.
Oh, okay. You're leaving because you're hot?
It's too hot, so I'm gonna leave.
Sorry. Janice is going to leave my hot tent because it's too hot.
Yep.
It's my too hot tent.
Either that or get naked, and I don't think he wants to do that.
Okay, bye. Say bye.
Sorry, bye.
Bye.
I'm new with this. It's awkward. Bye.
Alright, so I've got my floor down. It looks really, really nice. I stopped it here and just left like a little strip there beside the stove. And I'm just going to put my bedding, I think, over in this corner for now. I might move it. It's just, I have a cot, so I'll set that up. It's pretty warm in here. The stove's been going for about a half an hour, maybe an hour almost, and it's quite toasty in here. I'm really, really happy with this tent. It's just, everything is just going great. So, as I was setting up my cot, yes, I have a cot for this when I'm sleeping in a car camping place, and I noticed that this leg is not attached anymore. It's supposed to be attached to there, and it comes with a very stupid little bolt that, I'll show you one of the other ones. This one. So it has a little bolt with a washer on it, and it's like welded. And obviously not very secure. I've only used this thing maybe 10 times in my life. And not too happy about that, so I'm going to contact Woods, who made this, and see what they can do about it. But in the meantime, I need a quick fix. So I obviously don't have any little screws with nuts here with me. I was looking for a twist tie. I don't know if it would be strong enough, but a piece of metal wire would be good. But I didn't even bring my other hot tent kit because I don't know. I had a lot on my mind. I was sewing until 12 o'clock last night. I have no excuse. Anyways, I did bring some of these little clips. So what I did was I had a bigger clip, and I took the wire out of it, and I have a pair of pliers in my emergency road kit. So I'm going to see if I can just like put this through the hole and then kind of twist it, at least so it will stay in place, and I'll be able to sleep on it. I got it on, and I kind of twisted it a bit. It's really hard to twist it. It's pretty thick metal, but I did manage to get it attached. Hopefully that'll do. I'm going to try to set it up, and hopefully I don't fall on my butt. Alright, that seems to have done the job. It's standing. I flipped it around so that where my feet are is where the fix is, just not to have too much extra weight on it. But it looks okay. Brought my Thermarest Ridge Rest to put on top of the cot, and next I'm going to put on my Thermarest and then my sleeping bag. Alright, there's my Thermarest Neo Air on top, and technically you could put the foil Ridge Rest one on top so it's reflecting the heat better, but I prefer to have it underneath. That's just my personal preference. If you really need to get a lot of reflective heat back on you, it's best to put the foil mat on the top, closest to you or your body. But I'm not cold camping or anything, so I'm filming and I'm like talking, but I'm looking out the window. Look at the view. It's just so nice having this window. It's just like the sun is coming in. I can see the lake over here and the trees. See the smoke coming out of the stack for the stove. And over here, you can see more trees. It's just so beautiful. Oh, and then the front windows. Don't forget about those. Alright, I pretty much have the inside of the tent set up, so very happy. Got some boot trays here in the front on the foam mats, and just a green rubber backed mat here because it gets a little slippery at the in and out. Just a couple of chairs to kind of sit and hang out, and there's my cot bed. Underneath I have some of the bins that I bring my stuff in. I just slid that under there, and then I can just slide it in and out like a drawer almost. Just a little night table. It would be better to put my head here technically, but I thought if I put my head here I can look out the windows a little bit better, so I might still move that around. We'll see. Up top I have a lantern there from UST. And I also have, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a battery operated string of lights that I just kind of wove in there. And I think they'll look cool at night, just for something fun. And yes, this is a lot of stuff to bring for one day, but it's just the original setup, and I wanted to, test stuff out. I have a clothesline here, in between. What I'm going to do when I get home is just drill a small hole in here, so I can just put like a piece of wire or something through it, because this will probably slide down the pole. But that's a good spot just to hang up, you know, my wet gloves and stuff like that. And then I discovered that the wood that I got yesterday from the gas station by the Shoppers in Huntsville there, I get it every year. Last year it was a little bit wet, and it's wet again this year, so I'm glad I only bought 3 bags. But I have to dry it out now, so I've spread it all out underneath the stove. And I actually have my lunch down there too. I brought a chicken sandwich with bacon and cheese, and it was I left it in the car last night. I packed everything and put it in the car, so it was kind of frozen. So I just put it down there to heat up, and as you can see, the cheese has melted and the bun's actually getting a little crusty. So I think I will eat that now. I'm actually quite hungry. It's about 1:30, and I've just been taking my time, you know, fiddling with things and setting everything up and making it look just right. So I think I'm good to go. It's really warm in here. It's very comfortable actually. It's not stifling, and everything is working great. I don't really have too many things that I'm going to adjust, I don't think, because everything just seems perfect. So I think what I'm going to do is maybe put a couple of poles, maybe here in the middle of these sides, just to pull them out a little bit. They are quite saggy, but I've been messing around trying to make the poles higher and lower, and it doesn't seem to really do anything. My window does not. It's funny because in the sun it looks like there's lines here. There are some threads hanging. I have to do some trimming. I did bring my scissors, but I do have my thermometer set up here, and it's about 2/3 up the tent, just to kind of see what the temperature is. It says it's 8 degrees in here. I'm not too sure if that's correct, but that's fine. Fire is not roaring, it's just been going, and I haven't really been paying attention to it. And that is my view. Actually, if I lay on my bed, that's the view from my bed. You can see out that window, and this window. Oh, and the front ones. So that's pretty cool. So maybe I'll just lay here tonight and look at the stars. Awesome! I'm just sitting here. I've got a spectacular fire going, and just enjoying the warmth. I'm gonna head out and go for a little stroll in a bit. First thing I have to do is finish a task, which is waterproofing the tent. I have a gallon of waterproofing spray. Well, it's in a jug, and you just put it in a spray bottle. So I'm going to spray the tent all on the outside. It's supposed to dry very quickly, but I didn't get a chance to do it obviously earlier in the week, because I just set up the tent for a couple hours to measure for the stove jack, and then I had to bring it back in quickly. So I'm gonna spray it, and tomorrow I will spray it with the fireproofing spray, and then it'll be all treated and ready. So I've got the 303 Fabric Guard Outdoor Fabric Water Repellent from JT's Outdoor Fabric, and I got a squirt bottle here. I'm like, geez, could they make the hole any smaller, really? But anyways, I don't have a funnel, so hopefully I don't spill it everywhere. So I'm going to fill this into there, and then I'm going to spray it in the tent. So I started waterproofing the tent, and I finished the whole front doors, and I got the first one section here from the window, the top of the window down, and then I went inside the tent to get more because I already ran out, and I realized it smelled really strongly inside the tent. I'm gonna save this job for one day in my backyard. I can't do the top anyways from here, even with the ladder, because it's on such of an angle. I can't really reach it, so I'm gonna have to put the tent up like put the poles at half and then do all the top. All right, well, I've gotten these potatoes now from the little potato company a few times. I really, really like them. They're gonna take a while to cook. So I just threw them in a pot and put a couple of teaspoons, I think it's supposed to be 2 tablespoons or 2 teaspoons of oil and half of the seasoning packet. So put that all in there. And I'm just gonna like leave it on the stove there to kind of start getting hot. Just a little word of warning. Usually these come in a tin, and I just brought a piece of oil to cover it, and I was going to stick it on there in the tin. I didn't even notice that they changed the packaging to a plastic container. So just a note, if you're buying these, make sure you bring a pot or something to cook them in. Well, it wouldn't be a complete visit to Mew Lake Campground unless I go to the falls and get some pretty pictures, even though I already have hundreds of them probably.